Yo, let's go, let's go. It's the Great Debate Show, and I'm your host, your favorite Uncle JJ, and as always, I got something to say. What do I have to say today? I want to recap I don't even really want to recap week 17 in the NFL. It ain't a lot to recap. Everything that happened, I told you was going to happen. As far as watch out for this team who's going to probably lose to this team just so they can have a big game against that team. Hint, Pittsburgh Steelers. Didn't I tell you the Steelers could lose to the Browns just so week 18 can be full of drama? And if that happens, the Ravens have to upset the Packers. Didn't I tell you all Friday night the Ravens would probably upset the Packers? And if that happens, look for the Browns to beat the Steelers. That's exactly what the hell happened. Drama for week 18. Ravens and Steelers wouldn't have been anything entertaining had the Steelers beaten the Browns. Do you not think for 1 second the Steelers couldn't have beat the Browns? And I just want to quickly talk about that for a moment before I get to my San Francisco 49ers. Bang, bang, Niner game. Go ahead, cop a squat, get a chair, kick back, kick your feet up, take a load off. This is the Great Debate Show, and the Great Debate Show is available on all social media platforms. Rate, review, follow. On YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell because you just never know when your favorite unk might pop back up. And I'm up this evening. We got Monday Night Football, Rams, Falcons. Who cares? The Niners and the Bears was a thriller last night. And that's all that matters, that the 49ers are one win away from the number one seed. But before I get to that, I just want to remind you all that I say a lot of things on this show, on this podcast that seem to be a bit unhinged, but it really sometimes turns out to be right. And people be like, Unk, why would you say something like that? Then it happens. And I remind you, that's why I say things like that. Y'all, look, as happy as I am about my football team and how we're playing right now, I still think that this whole league, sports all in whole, is still a fucking stage show full of cameras. Do you not think for 1 second the Pittsburgh Steelers could not beat the Cleveland Browns yesterday? Myles Garrett trying to throw everybody off, the people who are too naive to realize it, saying things like, I believe the Steelers they didn't want me to get that sack record so bad, they focused on that more than focus on winning. Bullshit. They didn't focus on winning because next week, which we're going to get a prime time game on Sunday Night Football, that could have been us, but we're playing Saturday night. I digress. Steelers and Ravens Sunday night. Winner takes all, AFC North. And I'm telling you right now, I got the Ravens winning. I know I just said it's the end of an era in Baltimore, but as we got closer to the Packer game, I was thinking the Ravens are going to win this game so that next week can be a thriller with Pittsburgh and Baltimore. If Baltimore wins, I know y'all thought about me. Please, someone tell me you thought about your favorite unk and you said, damn it, the Ravens won. You just knew the Steelers were going to lose. All they had to do was beat Cleveland, and it didn't matter what Baltimore did. But when they beat Green Bay Saturday night, you had to know the Steelers were not going to beat the Browns, and they did not. Steeler fans are upset. I know a lot of Steelers. They're pissed off right now. No need to be. Now, they could just be getting, ruffling their feathers, getting the Ravens' emotions high, getting their hopes up high for nothing. I can't tell you how it's going to go, but I won't be surprised if Lamar Jackson suits up and he plays a little hero ball. And all of that talk about Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers and Mike Tomlin, maybe you guys will shut the hell up for 1 week. Well, guess what, Aaron Rodgers? They're talking again this week. Because you motherfuckers couldn't beat the Cleveland Browns. Now all he has to say is, hey, this is what you live for. This is what we want. We know we can do what we do when it's time to do it. Well, how about you just do it anyway? You could have did it yesterday. And we wouldn't have to worry about that. But this is the ratings. Who was going to be watching Ravens and Steelers next week if it wasn't up on the line? They had to let the Ravens beat the Packers and the Steelers lose to the Browns so they can put this at the top of the ladder in a good old TLC match. Get the tables, get the ladders, get the chairs. This is what this is about. Get the thumbtacks, put it all in the ring. Let's fucking go. Ratings. Week 18 will be nothing but drama, drama, drama. And I just wanted to let you all know that if you think for 1 second the Steelers couldn't beat the Browns, you are way, way too naive and a little delusional. It's fake. And they're playing with your parlay bets. That's it. That is it. People probably had a lot of money on Myles Garrett getting that record. That's why he didn't get it. I'm wishing him well, and I hope he does get it Sunday, but I'm just telling you that those are the facts. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they can't beat the Miami Dolphins. Do you think that's by mistake? I don't know what the fuck has happened to the Buccaneers, but we know they could beat the Dolphins in Florida, whether it was Miami or Tampa Bay. Why didn't they? So you can get the lineup that we have for this fucking weekend to be thriller after thriller after motherfucking thriller. I told y'all back in week 1, pay attention to the schedule, look at the week 18 games and tell me these games aren't going to be meaningful. But the Panthers aren't going to be that good enough to go to the playoffs. Oh yeah? Why are you so big on the Panthers? This is why, motherfuckers. I've been watching this shit for a long damn time, and I know how they do this. And if I'm wrong, if this is just my theory, and it's all real, and it's nothing fake about it at all, nothing staged or scripted at all, then damn, these are one big hell of a coincidences. And it's even a bigger coincidence that I get it right every damn time. Ace, appreciate it, man. He said Pops is speaking facts, though. Everybody doesn't want to believe it. But that's just what it is. Now, what am I going to say if the 49ers win Super Bowl 60 in Levi Stadium, in home, at the home, on home territory, home turf, all of that shit for the 3rd time in NFL history? We could do that. What the hell you think I'm going to do? I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to turn the fuck up like everybody else does. Because real or fake, y'all owe me one. I've been waiting for 31 years for this shit. So I'm just saying. But the NFL wanted some action because these games this past few weeks have been kind of meaningless. And, due to injuries and people being out, they're trying to make up for that. And every year in week 18, they cash in. And I know you're saying, but they just flex games and this and that. All the Steelers had to do was beat the Browns. And it ain't nothing to flex. Not on that one. If the Buccaneers beat the Dolphins, this game this Sunday I don't think would be as crucial. Here's the lineup for Saturday. Panthers, Buccaneers. Winner takes all. NFC South. Seahawks, 49ers, Saturday night. Both games on ABC and ESPN. First game, 4:30 Eastern. Our game, Niners, Seahawks, 8 p.m. Eastern. Now, we knew that was coming because the Niners, and that's why I knew the Niners, I didn't know for sure we were going to win, but I just kind of figured we would because how meaningful is that game next Sunday? Well, they could have just put the game on at 4:25. No, but then there's no ratings for prime time. This is what they do. Panthers, Buccaneers at 4:30. Seahawks, 49ers at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is Saturday, Week 18 schedule. Sunday, Packers, Vikings, Browns, Bengals, Colts, Texans. The Colts and Texans, none of those games matter. Cowboys, Giants, Saints, Falcons, Titans, Jags, none of those games matter. The Jags are already pretty much in. I think maybe beating the Titans would probably lock in the AFC South championship. But other than that, that's it. Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Commanders, Eagles, none of those games matter. The Eagles have already won the East. You see how all those games look? Boring, boring, boring. Lions, Bears, Cardinals, Rams, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, Bills. Boring, boring, boring. So they got to hit you with some primetime shit. And there it is Sunday night. The 8-8 Ravens at the 9-7 Steelers. And remember what I told you all, 9 times out of 10, when you got two teams coming into a game and you look at the records like this, 8-8 versus 9-7, if both teams can have the same record when this game is over with, lock it in, place your bet maybe. This is how it could go. I think both teams are 9-8 at the end of the day. One, because I just think that'll happen. Two, I predicted. Remember me saying it would be a three-way tie? Now I got the third one. I got the third team wrong. The Bengals are done. But I had to keep rolling with the Bengals because that was my Super Bowl pick. Niners and Bengals. Super Bowl 60. But I said it would be a three-way tie, or it would be a tie for at 9-8 for the AFC North. I said it. Thank you so much, Clivia. I hope I said that right. Clivia Williams knows I said it. That's why she gave me the roses. She probably remembers me saying it. I'm speaking facts. I know. I'm about to get with y'all in 1 second. No disrespect. I really believe the Rams are the most complete team in the NFL. Ain't no disrespect at all. The Rams are damn good. Damn good. They are. No doubt about it, Chris. No disrespect at all. You're good. I saw that. Even without Devontae Adams, you're good. But I still think that even if they are the most complete team in the league, it doesn't mean they're going to win it all, though. And I don't think 9 times out of 10, we never hardly get the best team to win. When Tampa Bay won in 2020 and Philadelphia last year, but other than that, the most talented rosters don't always ever win the whole damn thing, though. Watch out for the Ravens to go 9-8 when they beat the Steelers and then they lose to 9-8. And yeah, I think the Ravens would win the North and go to the playoffs. And if not, then let's go back to that end of an era in Baltimore shit that I was running a week ago. Okay, I digress. I just had to get that off my chest and let you all know. Tampa Bay could have beat Miami. Pittsburgh could have beat Cleveland. This is for the ratings and for all the Week 18 drama. And that's what it's all about. Right now, Seattle still holds the number 1 seed in the NFC at 13-3, but that could all change in about 6 days. I'm sorry, 5 days. When the 49ers host the Seahawks for the first time since week 1. And even though I doubted Sam Darnold in the preseason, I said, well, damn. It is very funny that they have the Seahawks and Niners playing week 1 and week 18. That is for a reason. Here's the reason. The reasons that we're here. I know that sounds bad, y'all, but I'm in a good mood. And I'm finna tell you why I'm in a good mood. Bang, 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 bang. Niner gang. Did you see Brock Purdy and the 49ers last night? Did you see the 49ers offense last night? Yes, we finally did punt, but I think we only punted once. Twice. Once. Maybe twice. I don't know. 28 first half points, 42 points in all. I guess there's 28 second half points too. Or can I count? No, I can't count. That's only 14 second half points. But anyway, this is a math class. This is the Great Debate Show podcast. The 49ers put up 42 points last night. Who said, who did you all hear say the 49ers defense is still ass, but if they score 40 or better, they can win every game? But they're going to have to score 40. I do think that was me. I think that was me that said that. Y'all keep getting those likes up. I appreciate it. More likes attracts more viewers, and it helps me out in the algorithm. Please keep the thumbs up coming on YouTube. Keep them hearts and them likes coming here on TikTok. Roses everything. I'm about to get with y'all in 1 second. I just want to get everything out so I can wrap it up and hear what you all got to say. But I know one thing. Even though I'm not really reading these comments right now, I haven't seen one comment that said bear down. Where's all the Bears fans who've been talking that shit? Where are you? Now, I know you could say we got a little lucky. We shouldn't have won. They had a few plays where they could have gotten us on that last drive. I'll admit it. But I got to say this, and this is for Niner fans and Bears fans. How comfortable are you winning a Super Bowl with those defenses last night on display? Neither one of us could stop each other. It was a matter of who was going to have the ball last. And last night, the Bears had it last. We just won by inches. We got the pressure that we kind of needed, even though he still had a man open. But the pressure kept Caleb Williams from getting that ball exactly where it needed to be. So it wasn't enough good ball placement. The accuracy wasn't quite there. The same way they finished in Green Bay a few weeks ago. The Bears are good, though, no doubt about it. Dolph says, I'm here. There's the Bears. All right, well, come on in. Bear down. You got that right. Because we shot them motherfuckers down. Hey, I got to give the Bears their credit now. I'm not here to overreact. You all really did give us a dog fight, bear fight, whatever fight you want to name it. But the Chicago Bears fell short. And what do they call themselves now? The Cardiac Bears? You ain't lying. And I'm sure Niner fans were damn, they're in cardiac arrest too, not knowing if we win that game. But we got it done. I'm not happy with the defense at all. We cannot blitz and leave everything wide open back door. There was a play where it could have been a touchdown easily, but Caleb Williams did not. He was not accurate. The pass rush was decent, but it wasn't bad enough for him to be that off with that throw. We were lucky. Dude was going to run in the end zone. And on the last play, hey, it is what it is. I'll take the win. But I'm going to tell you what I'm impressed about. Not that we won, but how Brock Purdy kept responding. Drive after drive after drive, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. The offensive line, I don't know what the fuck happened, but it's like overnight for the past 6 weeks, this offensive line has been like, we were saying we need a center, we need a guard. If you're going to trade for somebody, try to get somebody to protect your investment. Kyle said, you motherfuckers don't know what you're talking about. I already have an offensive line. Well, let me shut the fuck up, Kyle. I apologize. Because whatever happened or whatever changed, these guys are blocking. We had Trent Williams last night. I call him Big Suge Knight. Trent Williams, a.k.a. Big Suge, played one play. And Brock Purdy still didn't get a finger laid on him, really. So I'm going to give Brock Purdy his flowers, but let's give that O-line again their flowers for how they've been protecting their investment. He can't do that without time in the pocket. And boy, has he had time in that pocket. I didn't see that when Mac Jones was playing. I don't know what happened. Shout out to Pleasance, our left tackle, our backup left tackle, who came in, our swing tackle. But, you know, he does get a lot of reps in practice because Trent Williams, a.k.a. Big Suge, takes a lot of those, you know, rest days, veteran days off from practice. Good looking out, Kyle. That shows. It helps. This guy does get more reps in practice than we think about, and it showed last night. Man, that was beautiful. Y'all, tell me if I'm overreacting or not, and I promise you I'm about to wrap it up. This is the best that I've seen the San Francisco 49ers offense. Period. This is the best I've seen our offense under Kyle Shanahan. I know we've been to 2 Super Bowls, but the 2019 offense, the 2023 offense, I know it was cooking. But to not have a Deebo Samuel and a Brandon Ayuk, not even a George Kittle last night, not even Big Suge last night, Trent Williams, to have so many injuries and for this offense to still click like it's motherfucking clicking. Every week now, we're starting to hear the commentators say, that's Christian McCaffrey's biggest run of the season because they were not there. The blocks, the plays were not there. And we started to question CMC's explosiveness. Now all of it's there now. In the past 6 weeks, Brock Purdy has really opened this motherfucker up. And I know I'm very critical of him. I know I like that Mac 10. But I never said I didn't like the Glock Purdy. I said that he just has to be more, he has to stop being so careless with the football. He has done that. That first pass that got tipped and picked, I ain't even tripping on that. We gave the Bears 7. I ain't even tripping on that because he responded and answered back with 14 unanswered. And then they responded, and then he responded, and then the Bears responded, and we responded, and I was just like, damn, are we really going to win a shootout? Can we? And we did. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. I may be overreacting, but I think this is the best this offense has looked in the 9 years that Kyle Shanahan has been there. Never has I seen it this just wide the fuck open. We can go here, there. Ricky Pearsall, Kendrick Bourne, Jake Tunges, the best backup tight end in football. Back in the day when George Kittle would be out, we would be like, we're fucked. Not anymore. Our backups are good. We actually have depth. That's something I never thought I would say on Kyle Shanahan's watch. So I got to give him his props. I'm going to stop being so critical. But just as soon as I start praising my team, that's when they let me down. So that's why I'll be so hard on them motherfuckers. I'm just a very passionate, raw fan who wants them to be damn near flawless. Because I'm sick of getting my hopes up every damn year and then there. It's a long way down from the top. They build you up to let you down, and I just don't want to fall for it anymore. I get on Brock Purdy so bad because there's been so many times I thought we've had a franchise quarterback. Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick, Jimmy Garoppolo. Nope, they were not. And I would have forgiven them had they just won a Super Bowl, but neither did. So you have to excuse me if it takes me a while to jump on the same train that you all are on, Niner fans, because it's like, it's really been 30 years damn near since Steve Young retired. And we have not had a franchise quarterback or a franchise quarterback that could win us that 6th Super Bowl ring since then. And after last night, I honestly do finally think I can shut the fuck up and just let Brock Purdy cook. And I'm proud to say it, y'all. I never gave a damn who we win it with as long as we win it. But I gotta apologize. Brock Purdy is really doing his thing. This is the best I've seen him because he's doing this without Debo. He's doing this without Ayuk. We're not getting the 50-yard plays where CMC takes it to the house. He doesn't really just do that anymore, but we're getting closer and closer to that big home run. And look at us still balling. This is the best I've seen our offense. I said we've got to score 40 to win for the rest of the season. We scored 42. It was enough. It almost wasn't enough, but it was enough. The Bears ran out of time, ran out of plays, and Robert Saleh called up enough, dialed up enough blitzes, and we did enough to throw Caleb Williams off from making a good pass and throwing a winning touchdown. I'm trying not to be too excited because I know where that has led me in the past. But I am excited, y'all. Do I think we beat Seattle Saturday night? Yes, I do. But here's where I'm scared. Bear with me, y'all. This is why I don't know if I want to win this game or not. Remember, for the past month or so, I've been saying teams with the best record that go into the playoffs rolling usually are the team that's one and done. It's usually a number 1 seed or a number 2 seed. Well, I don't want that to be my team. And if Kyle Shanahan gets Coach of the Year, I'm afraid it could be us. So that's why I've always stressed to you all that getting the number 1 seed is not the end-all, be-all. We can stay at number 5 right now and go to Carolina or Tampa Bay and spank that ass. Because right now we stand at 5 until Saturday night. We would go to Carolina right now. You tell me you don't like that matchup? I would love the bye week. I'm just saying if we don't get it, it's okay. We're at number 5 and we go to number 4, which is the winner of the NFC South. And we'll get that revenge on the Buccaneers, or we'll just tap Carolina's ass again. And then after that, we would probably go to, let's see, the Rams are 6. So they would go to Philly. I think the Rams can beat Philly. They had them beat back in like week 3. So yes, I could see a 5th and a 6th seed advancing. And the Packers, they're gonna lose the wild card game at Chicago. Again, they're beat up. Sorry, Packers. So that eliminates them. And you would have who? You would have us going to Chicago. And you would have the Rams going to Seattle. Now, I know Bears fans would think we're going to get you cocksuckers when you come to Soldier Field. Yeah, but I don't think so. I think we can still beat the Bears again in Chicago. And then that NFC Championship game would be the Niners against the Seahawks or the Rams. And I've been saying this for weeks now. I still think the NFC Championship game will be an NFC West matchup. I just hope it's the Niners versus one of them, not the Seahawks and the Rams. I've seen enough of that. That's just my 2 cents. Can the Eagles still bounce back and go back-to-back? Hell yes, they can. But I'm not quite sure if they're back. They almost let the Bills come back and beat them yesterday, and that was not necessary. Or maybe they let them come back because everybody turned the station. Yeah, I just wanted to say that if we get it, fine, good. We get the bye week, and then who would come to us? I think Seattle would then go to 5, so then Seattle would go to the NFC South winner. They would probably still advance. I still think either way it goes, we get NFC West, 2 NFC West teams in the championship game. If the Eagles hadn't got this thing figured out. Now, if they have, they're still the most talented team from top to bottom. I'm not going to lie. But something just tells me that the Eagles are still more 2023 than 2024. All right, I'm done. I just wanted to say that. What the fuck happened to the Buccaneers? And the Buccaneers still could win this South. They still could do it. But wouldn't that be so effed up? Like Panther fans would be like, oh my God, we got so damn excited for nothing. The Buccaneers still beat us when it mattered. Because I think if they do win, they go 8-9. The Panthers would lose and go to 8-9. Now, I heard something about Atlanta. If they beat the Rams tonight, the Falcons are not completely out of this thing, which would make the Buccaneers and Panthers game Saturday even more. I don't know. I don't want to tell you all wrong, but this is kind of getting ridiculous. I thought Atlanta was completely done, but I could have sworn I heard Mike Tirico say something about Atlanta. If they beat the Rams, it gets even juicier. Okay, Honcho says the Falcons are completely out. If they win, the Panthers are... Okay. Well, then we know the Rams are going to win tonight, right? Because they're going to make sure the Panthers and Buccaneers Saturday evening is something to watch. Thank you for reminding me of that, Honcho. All right, how y'all doing tonight? I hope y'all had a magnificent Monday. This is the Great Debate Show, and I'm done. I'm ready to talk to you all. How y'all doing, man? Jim says, Bears. Hey, man, your Bears are good. Your Bears are good. But I'm glad we got the win. Lovey years were good. Yes, they were. Santa Cruz says, Niners, bang, bang, Santa. Bang, bang. How y'all doing out here on YouTube, man? Willis talks like a preacher. Bears will beat 49ers. Win. It didn't happen last night. Patrick Willis will let himself go. Didn't know he streamed. Houston will be AFC champs. I won't be surprised if that happens, Biggie Shaq. I will not be surprised if that happens. I got them locked in for the AFC championship game. Bills, Texas is what I'm kind of thinking right now. The Eagles have beaten the Rams in the last 3 meetings since last year. Yeah, but they shouldn't have beat them. Remember, the blocked field goals is how the Eagles were able to get back in that thing, and then they won that game. But I don't think the Eagles can beat the Rams again, even at home. I don't think they'll beat them this time. West Philly Black, I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. Y'all nervous at the end, you can't lie. I never get nervous because I used to be that guy. But no, not anymore. I know you probably don't believe that, Dolph, but no, I was not nervous at all because it didn't matter to me. I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. I really don't want the number 1 seed because I don't want to be that team that's one and done. I'd rather it be the Panthers. The Patriots or the Broncos. Do that shit in the AFC. Or if we do lose on Saturday, I would much rather it be Seattle. And it very well could be Seattle if they get the number 1 seed. I just don't want it to be us. And I don't want Cal to win Coach of the Year, even though he definitely deserves it. I don't want it. But this is just my theory. This is my superstitions. Please, don't mind me. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, it's okay. I'm not against the number 1 seed. I'm just saying if we don't get it, it's not the end all be all. I would have liked it to be less points, honestly. That's probably why it was so many damn points. Everybody bet under. I don't know. I thought both defenses would bend a lot. And I didn't know who would break. I thought it would probably be us more than them. But Super Bowl champions. Eagles defending Super Bowl champions making another run. I hear you, West Philly. Y'all played a team that couldn't stop a nosebleed. Well, how does Bears fans feel about that? We can't stop a nosebleed either now. So why didn't they win? Huh? You didn't think about that, did you? Looks like next year we're gonna have a 6 ring. Man, I hope so. Next year? Wait a minute now. You mean when 2026 approaches here in a few weeks, or you mean like the next season? I'm hoping it's now. Santa Cruz says the Raiders are trash. You guys played great. Thank you, Michael. Y'all should have had that Tampa Bay Bowl, but y'all chose Jimmy G. Thank you, Jacob. You're so damn right. And that's why I curse Kyle Shanahan a lot on this podcast. Dark Horse says, who that for life? Okay. Saints are starting to cook a little bit, y'all. I told y'all last week to pay attention to Tyler Shook. All right, let me get over to TikTok. Because I know they probably thinking I forgot about them, and I have not. It's just so many of y'all over here. I got a great crowd right now on TikTok. I appreciate you all so much. I hope I can get you all to hit that follow button. Follow The Great Debate Show. And I'm available on all social media platforms. And hit that like right now, because more likes attract more viewers. Be real. Thank you for joining me. Briar Bun says, go Hawks. Good luck on Saturday. Randy C, Rams at Levi in February. I'll take it. I said 2 NFC West teams. Carolina has taken a step this year, but my Panthers are not quite ready, man. We getting there. Hey, but I said you were getting there back in August when people said, what's your infatuation with Carolina? And I told y'all, I don't know if they're going to be 8-9 or 10-7, so I'm just going to go with 9-8. If they win Saturday, they're 9-8. I just didn't know if that would get them the NFC Championship division. But it very well can if they win it. Broncos, wins or wins. Let's go. I didn't say anything about the Broncos anymore. What? What did I say, man? Bam says we Super Bowl bound. Bam, I hope you're right. Will the Niners choke first round, NFC Championship, or at the Super Bowl? Andreas, that's usually what happens. But I'm going to say one thing about the Niners. Under Kyle Shanahan's watch, we've never been one and done. And I sure hope that doesn't start now. But at the same time, I'm tired of getting all the way to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, and then we choke. He's not lying. I know he's on here trolling, but he's not lying, and he's not wrong. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I wish I had a crystal ball. I'd make a lot of fucking money if I did, but I don't know what we're going to do in the playoffs. But one thing we've never done in his 9-year tenure is go one and done. Will he choke? Yes. But he will get as far as the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl before we nut up. One and done ain't been us. That's not in our vocabulary. Now, I'm not saying that this won't be the year. If he wins Coach of the Year, I'm afraid of that. Give it to Mike Vrabel. He deserves it too. I just think it's a jinx. I do. Anybody, when they get Coach of the Year or the quarterback gets the MVP, they don't do nothing in the postseason. Am I right or am I wrong? They don't. I've seen my Niners win a Super Bowl. I have too, but I was a fucking child the last time that happened. I want to see it again, Lucky. Dolph said, just happy Caleb played pretty good. Ain't mad we lost. Dolph, he did. He did. Bears have nothing to hold their heads down. If we don't win Saturday night against Seattle, we'll probably be going to Chicago around the divisional round if we get past the wild card. 49ers never did first round exit. That's what I was just saying, Mr. VB. You're absolutely correct. We don't do that shit. We just don't. And I think it's mainly because, one, we're good, but two, they know our fans spend money and we fucking travel. And I think they know that, and that's why they be making sure they get as many games out of us as they can. But I wish they stopped doing that if we're not going to win the whole damn thing. But y'all, I predicted we were going to win the whole damn thing, and how crazy do I look now when I said it? Because outside of Niner fans, a lot of people were like, you've got the easiest schedule, so yeah, you'll probably make the wild card, but you're not going anywhere. And most people thought we weren't going to get into the playoffs, especially when we started dropping bodies from left to right with all the injuries we've had. And that's why I'm afraid Kyle's going to get Coach of the Year. That's why I'm afraid he's going to get it. He's doing a magnificent job, no doubt. It just seems like that's either a jinx or that's just the way they script that shit up. I don't know. Purdy with the Dougie in the end zone is unstoppable. Yeah, I wish he would kind of stop that. It's funny, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, enough showboating. Last week, he didn't do too much of that. He looked focused. He had fun last night, which is okay. But it really does tickle me when he does it. It's kind of like a half a Dougie to me. But he's better than me. For a black man, I have no rhythm at all. I can't do it. Wouldn't even try it, though, to be honest with you. I used to just stand on the wall in the club. I didn't dance. Frank Gore days, baby. Oh, I remember those days. Oh, my God, do I remember those days. When we had a great defense. Warner may be back for the playoffs. Well, we've been talking about that for a month. He will be. And if we get the bye week, he's going to try to come back that first playoff game, divisional round. You know he will. If not, NFC Championship for sure. I just hope he's all right. And I hope he doesn't do anything to damage the rest of his career. And I hope that he only plays if he's healthy enough to help his defense out, not hurt him. But then again, I don't know how he could hurt the defense because there were plays where we were like, damn, Fred Warner would have picked that off. Damn, Fred Warner would have had better coverage than that. Did you see how bad Bethune got burned on that touchdown? Loveland was cooking his ass for a minute. He's all right running downhill and getting those tackles, but coverage, Fred is the best of the best. He's a one-on-one. If he can still do that 50, 60%, yeah, y'all, this may be it. We may finally get that 6. I'm going to record a song, too, if we do it. I got a song that I've been wanting to record for years. I got to tweak it a little bit because time has passed. But I'm going back to the studio. I used to rap. I'm going back to the studio to record that song if we get that 6. And that's actually what it's titled. We finally got that 6. I couldn't record the motherfucker 2 years ago because, well, I left Vegas knowing we didn't get that 6. Would y'all listen to it if I did record that song? I think it could be an anthem, a new 49er anthem. All right, but enough about me and my old music days. I'm not trying to take a trip down memory lane. I'm trying to look toward the future. And I honestly do think that we could be, and this is what I predicted in August, the Niners are going to be the 3rd team in NFL history to win a Super Bowl in their home stadium. Just like the Buccaneers did in 2020 and just like the Rams did in 2021. I also said I'll probably be wrong because I think that those 2 teams won that because we were in a pandemic. It had never happened in NFL history. In time we were in a pandemic, all of a sudden they made history, not once, but twice in back-to-back years. That shit ain't real. But I don't give a damn. I would love to be that 3rd team. I would. And it would be the 3rd time that happened in NFL history. It would be happening in the last 6 years. 5 years. 5 seasons, that is. Okay. Kevin, is it choking if the defense plays the same and gives up all the points? I mean, I would just have to see how the game goes, Kevin. I would have to see how it goes. If the Niners went to the Super Bowl and did what they did last night, I couldn't say Kyle choked. I couldn't say Purdy choked. Because had they won that game, had they lost that game last night, nobody on that side choked. We just can't stop any damn body. And that's why Niner fans shouldn't get too excited. Because if we can't stop Caleb Williams and the Bears, are we going to stop Matt Stafford and the Rams again? We didn't the last time we played them. Are we going to stop the Seahawks this time around? They're better than they were week 1. I'm going to keep it real. Y'all know I'm the most unbiased podcaster y'all probably watch or listen to. At least that's what people tell me. Y'all know I'm pretty unbiased. The Seahawks are good. I just don't trust Sam Scam Darnold. And I expect him to turn back into Scam Darnold when the moment is the biggest. He ain't proved me wrong yet, even though he has definitely been better than what I thought. And I've apologized. I've said, hey, man, Darnold's good. Damn. The Seahawks are really good. Smith and Jigba, boy, he's going to have a field day on us. We're going to have to score 40 plus, maybe 50. But who's going to stop us from doing it? That's the big question. Who's going to stop us from doing it? I was worried about the team that has the most forced turnovers in football. They only had one, and that was a hiccup. That was it. Purdy drunk some water, no more turnovers. Hiccups gone. Who's going to stop us? I know we can't really stop anybody, but who the fuck going to stop us? This is the best offense I've seen in 9 years on the Kyle. Y'all, look, keep playing if you want. Yeah, the Eagles could go back-to-back. Yes, the Rams are the most complete team. Yes, Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson has been cooking. But that skillet burned, that skillet started to stick a little bit last night, didn't it? Somebody needs to start asking who in the fuck can stop the Niners. All right, y'all. My time is up. I appreciate y'all. It's been good. I'm going to read a few more comments and I'm going to wrap this up. The Eagles will stop them. Eagles defense is going to eat. The Eagles defense is good. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. But the Eagles offense has been so inconsistent and, let's be honest, kind of trash some weeks. Our defense may actually make them punt a few times, and that's all we have to do is get a few stops. Our offense is hot and is cooking right now, and I'm telling you, I'm not saying we'll put up 42 points, but I don't think we would need to against the Eagles. I said it. The big gold belt is the best looking belt of all time. Finley 608, you're a wise man, and you've got great taste. We can agree on that. I used to love watching Ric Flair come to the ring in this big gold. I did. Hey, y'all, we still got to do that great debate on why the WWE, well, somebody's going to come on this podcast and tell me why I'm wrong. And the WWE is good. And in 2026 is going to be even better. And I need to stop complaining so much about Triple K, triple fraud, triple nose. Is she going to cook me? Maybe. But I doubt it. We're still going to do that. We still got that coming up this week. Monday Night Raw coming up in about 30 minutes on Raw. Raw on Netflix. And Monday Night Football, Rams, Falcons. The Niners are one win away from the number 1 seed. And if they don't get it, it's okay. You got to prepare yourself now, Niner fans, just in case. That's all I'm saying. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Thank you for smashing it. I hope you like this podcast enough to all my new viewers, enough to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell because you just never know when your favorite unk might pop back up. Who cares about tonight? If the Rams win, they're still going to be 6. But if we lose, things change a little bit on Saturday. That's all I've got, ladies and gentlemen. It was a great week. I'll come back to talk about the Ravens and Steelers on Sunday night. I think the Ravens are going to beat them, though. I won't be surprised at all. If not, well, they still did all the BS to make this full of drama this week. And also, Panthers and Bucks Saturday, Niners and Seahawks Saturday. This is what they do it for, y'all. I'm coming back tomorrow to talk about a possible Anthony Davis trade, or if the Dallas Mavericks should just let this ride out and see how the Mavericks look with Kyrie Irving. They're saying in the front office they want to do that, but they're also saying that, well, if we do trade AD, we'll let him have a say-so. His voice will be heard. Also, Trae Young is about to get traded. What would you like to see him go to, from the Atlanta Hawks to where? Giannis, we're getting close to that trade deadline. He's going to get traded. I don't care what he says. I'm just tired of hearing about it, and I want it to be over. But I'll give you the trade destinations and all of that because it's time to ramp up the NBA talk. And what can the Thunder do to beat the Spurs? I'll tell you someone that they could possibly trade for to be better for the Spurs, because they may be seeing them in the Western Conference Finals or semifinals. Got Embiid and can. Giannis to the Sixers. Okay. All right, Fly Taco. Didn't expect that one. I don't think it happens, but yeah, the Sixers could definitely use him. Boy, would he make them better. But what do the Sixers give up? Embiid? Who would want him, though, as injured as he always is? Yo, I'm not an Eagles fan, but I'll sub. Thank you. I'm not an Eagles fan either. Oh, I'm sorry. He said I am an Eagles fan. I'm sorry. Those comments are going so fast. Thank you so much, Hudson Watkins. Wi-Fi 5T. I appreciate that, man. Nothing good happens to the Sixers. I know, right? And I hate that. There's just some franchises that I wish would be better. Like, I hope the Knicks win a championship soon. I hope the Sixers can get back to the finals or at least be relevant in the playoffs. I really do. Thank you, Santa. Thank you, Keegan. Thank you, Rich Stewart. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Keegan says, I like the Cowboys. Kyle Simpson says, Bears fan. Hell of a game last night. It was, Kyle. And I got a funny feeling we'll be seeing you soon in a few weeks. Again. I hope not, kind of, but yeah, could be. But with no Kittle and no Big Shug, Trent Williams, I would say people should be really, really, really starting to fear the 49ers offense. Sorry, but the Seahawks are keeping the 1 seed. LA Toxin. We'll see, buddy. We will see. May the best team win. I'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff, break down a few more stories. I just wanted to just kind of recap yesterday's action and last night's thriller. Until we yeet again, I ain't said that in a while. Y'all be safe, and I hope Raw is good tonight. If so, we'll rap about it a little bit tomorrow evening. Yeah, let's try that again around 7 Eastern, shall we? 7 Eastern, 6:30 Eastern. I'll be right back here live on YouTube and TikTok. Until then, y'all be safe and have a good night. Hope y'all have a terrific Tuesday. Peace.